hope you're having a great day so far. My video today is going to be my long-awaited skincare routine. One of my #1 questions is, what do I do for skincare? So I'm excited to share it with you finally. I think that the reason why I didn't share it before was just because I wasn't really happy with all the products that I was using. But over the past 6 months, I have been loving every single product. I feel that, yes, it might be a little excessive for some, but I'm really happy with how my skin's been. So let me give you a bit of background on my skin. Growing up, I didn't really have that big of a problem with acne. The only thing that I really hated, and it still happens to this day, is that I get a really bad rash around my nose area. And a lot of you like to point that out. Yes, I'm aware. I do get a rash around my nose, and unfortunately, I haven't really found someone that has told me exactly why. It only flares up maybe once a month, but it gets really red and dry and flaky and sore, and I can't put any makeup over it because it makes it worse. And I know a couple of you had messaged me saying that you suffer with the same thing, so if you ever do find out more about it, let me know. But I've gone to tons of dermatologists and nobody can seem to pinpoint exactly what it was. So that is one thing that I suffer with my skin. Another is I do occasionally get the odd pimple or zit, and it's usually a really deep-rooted one. And for those of you who do get acne, you would know exactly what I mean, the kind of pimples that just don't go away. Like you'll get one and it'll be there for easily 2 weeks. That's what I get. So it's deep, it's painful. I'm a picker and a popper, which I shouldn't be, but when I do, it just makes it worse. So I've really been working on that over the past, 6 or so months, because now I know how bad it is to pick at your skin and to pop your skin. I know it's common sense for some people, but for us pickers, we just like to get our fingers in there. So it's been training to get my fingers off my face and to not touch my face. The only other thing with my skin is I do have broken, what is it called? Is it a capillary or a capillary? I never know which way to pronounce it. But anyway, I have a broken one. I had to look in the mirror to remind myself. Right here, and a little bit on the side of my nose. And I don't know, I would like to eventually get them lasered off, but for now, doing what I'm doing is fine. I haven't noticed them get any worse, and I don't really notice because I do cover it up with makeup. So now that you know a bit about my background, I'll give you pretty much my skin diagnosis. I have pretty much normal skin. I get a little bit oily through the T-zone. In wintertime, I can get a little bit dry in my chin area, and sometimes I see some dry and dull flakiness. But other than that, I have pretty normal skin type. It's not sensitive, it's not irritated easily. I can get away with using, more moderate to heavy settings on Clarisonics or on PMDs. I don't have to worry about being too abrasive because my skin feels like it can take it. As some of you may know, I recently was working at Estee Lauder for about 6 months and I learned a lot about skincare. No, this video is not sponsored by Estee Lauder, but please do remember, since I did work for the company, I'm a little bit biased towards their products because I genuinely saw the difference that they made and I know a lot about them. So with all of that said, please do keep in mind that what works for my skin most definitely is not going to just work for your skin. Just because I use a certain product doesn't necessarily mean that you need to go out and buy it right away. It is almost impossible to diagnose skin over the internet unless you see a picture or you actually see their skin in person. There's a lot of people that go, oh, I have dry skin, what should I use? What works for dry skin for some people might not necessarily be the ideal product for you. So I would recommend going into either a dermatologist or someone that specializes in skin so that you can talk to them about what products would work for you. Okay, so jumping into what I use for skincare. Yes, I do have a bit of an excessive regime, and I'm not saying that you need to use all these products whatsoever. This is just what I use and what I continue to use because it's working for me. I'm gonna start off by showing you what I do daily to my skin, and then I'm gonna show you what I do weekly to my skin, and then I'm gonna show you the products that I use on the rest of my body. Okay, so starting in the mornings, I like to use a face scrub, and I typically rotate between 3 of them. I like all of them for different reasons, so that's why I rotate, and I use different ones if my skin is feeling a different way. So if my skin is feeling a little bit oily in the morning, or if it's looking a little bit shiny, I use my Herbalism One, and this is from Lush. It looks like this, and it is bright green. You take about just larger than a pea-size amount and mix it with a little bit of water in the palm of your hands and then scrub your face with it. It's really light, it's not too abrasive, and I really find that it helps kind of get that oil off of my face. So I'll use this one. Or if I wake up and I have acne and my face feels gross, it feels like there's a layer of dead skin on my skin, I'll use the Ocean Salt Scrub. And this one actually is my favorite smell out of the 3. It smells like salt and vodka and coconut. And I think that's actually what it's in it. It says get in ship shape with coconuts and lime, so there's lime in there as well. But it does have little like chunks of salt in it, so it is a lot more abrasive than the Herbalism one. but I do find that this one gets my skin more back on track if it's had a bit of a blow up. The last scrub that I rotate between is if my skin is feeling really normal that day, I'm not having a problem with breakouts and no problem with oiliness, so I use the Angels on Bare Skin. And this one smells like lavender, so it's really calming and smoothing. And it has little hunks of lavender in there as well. And this one you do mix with water in the palm of your hand so it gets into a paste. But yeah, so I use those three, and then following those three I use a skin cleanser just to get it off and to make sure there's no residue left. And the cleanser that I use is from Cactus Skincare. I think I've talked about Cactus before in a favorites video. I love, love, love this cleanser. It's great because it doesn't make your face feel like it's stripped of all moisture. You know, sometimes when cleansers like clean your face really, really well, but then your face feels really dry and kind of tight afterwards. This does not do that, and it doesn't sacrifice the cleanliness of your skin. It's still super clean, it just doesn't feel like that really tight, stretchy feeling. So I really like it. It's the Lemon Myrtle Cleanser, and the smell of it is really lemony, and it's quite moisturizing feeling. It's like a moisturizing milk almost. But yeah, so that is what I do in the shower in the mornings. Okay, following my shower, I always do put on my skincare quite soon after getting out of the shower just so that it has time to sink in before I start doing my makeup. I always use a serum. Serums are really important because it helps your skin repair and it helps protect your skin from the bottom layers to the top layers. What a moisturizer does is it keeps the moisture in and it helps on the top layer, but a serum actually sinks into your skin and works on the further down layers on your skin. So the one that I like to use is the Idealist one from Estee Lauder. This one helps with your skin tone, it helps with illuminating your skin tone and evening it out, and I just love the way that it feels. It doesn't have much of a smell to it and it feels incredibly soft. So I'll apply it on my face for you guys. It kind of gives a little bit of a glow. It doesn't have any sparkle or anything to it, but it does give a radiant glow, and I really do like that. This will help with evening out sunspots and stuff, so I really do like this product. I've probably repurchased it about 3 times. Following that, I like to use my eye creams, and I am actually currently using 2 different eye creams. Well, I'll explain a bit about the nighttime one later. The daytime one, I like to use the Advanced Night Repair Eye. Again, it's an Estee Lauder product. Like I said, I'm a little bit Estee Lauder biased with my skincare. The nice thing about this one is that it's the serum version. The serum version can be layered with a different eye cream on top, and I do use a different eye cream on top that targets something else. But with this one, I put it under my eyes and I try and keep it from the top of the occipital bone to the top of my lid. So, in this kind of area. And you don't put eye cream on top of your lids, but do feel free to bring it all the way out here because this is where crow's feet and a lot of wrinkles do occur. So, I put it here. And I forgot to mention, when you do apply serum, like a face serum, you don't want to go above here. Like the whole eye area, you don't need to apply moisturizer, you don't need to apply your serum, just your eye creams. After using my Advanced Night Repair Serum, I like to top it with my Idealist Cooling Illuminator. This just brightens the area and it helps with like puffiness and stuff like that. So I put that on, and this is the same line as my first serum as well. I know, there's a lot that goes into my skin, but honestly, like I said, I wouldn't be doing this if it didn't work, and I've seen such dramatic difference that why would I stop, you know? Following my face serum and my eye creams, I top it off with a moisturizer. You always use your serums first and then your moisturizer, and the moisturizer that I use is the Advanced Time Zone Moisturizer. This is an anti-aging moisturizer, and I think that it's perfectly fine and appropriate to start in your 20s. So I will put that on over top. I do bring that down my throat and onto the top of my chest. Alright, so that is what I do with my morning routine, and then I apply my makeup and go about my day. Okay, so for my nighttime routine, it does depend on whether or not I wear a lot of makeup during the day or not. If I didn't wear a lot of makeup, I just wore something light or like a BB cream and mascara, I start with my wipes. And this is actually a newer brand that I've tried. It is in Ecto. I saw it at the health food store and I decided to try it, and I really like them so far. They smell so good. They're just like coconut, and they're called pure coconut. So I either use this, or if I'm wearing heavier makeup, I like to use the Dermalogica Pre Cleanse. The nice thing about the Pre Cleanse is that you just put it in your hands, like you don't need any water on your face, you rub it all over your face, and it just, the oiliness of it clings to your makeup and lifts it off your face. After you scrub this all over your face and work it into like the crevices of your nose and like make sure that you get all the spots on your face, you use some warm water and it almost turns it into a bit of a foamy cleanser, and it rinses off and it doesn't feel oily at all. But just a warning, this does feel oily in your hands and on your face when you first put it on, because that is the point of it. Oil attracts the other oil and the bacteria and the makeup to get off your face. It really, really works, and it doesn't leave your skin oily. If you do have oily skin, don't be afraid to use this product because it doesn't affect the oiliness of your skin at all. If I need eye makeup remover, I like using the Neutrogena eye makeup remover. I've tried tons of them. I think the only one other than this one that I liked was the CVS brand that I found in the States, but obviously that isn't really available to me here, so the Neutrogena one is the most similar to that I've found. I really like this one. So following either one of those steps, doesn't matter if I wear light makeup or heavy makeup, I always follow it with my Dermalogica Medibac. This is a face wash that I've been using for probably a year and a half now, and I really like it, and I use that on my Clarisonic. And a lot of you asked me to review the Clarisonic. Honestly, I think that they're fantastic. I would totally recommend getting one. I have the Mia, it just has one speed. Turns on like that, it makes a little noise, and it spins like, what was it, 300 times a second or something like that. Essentially what it does is it really deep cleans your skin, and it gets all of the gunk out, like all of the makeup off your face, and it makes your skin feel phenomenal. When you use a product like this, or you use a product like the PMD, which I'll talk about a little bit later, this essentially gets your skin ready for whatever products you're putting on top. So your moisturizer, your serum, your eye cream, this kind of thing helps those kind of things work better, as all of the makeup and all of the stuff that was on your face is out, allowing your products to sink in and actually do their work better. So this will really, really make a difference with how your other products work. Other than that, I don't have too much more to say about the Clarisonic. There's tons of reviews of them on YouTube if you want more of an in-depth review, and I think there's a bunch of information on their site. But I will definitely say I notice a difference when I don't use this, because my skin doesn't feel as soft, my products don't seem to work as good, and the overall condition of my skin just isn't as nice. So this is a staple in my skincare routine, definitely. After I wash my face, I start off with my skincare products again, and what I use for a serum at nighttime is my Advanced Night Repair. This little brown bottle is a lifesaver. I think that it will help every single person's skin, doesn't matter what type of skin you have. This product is, honest to God, going to do wonders for you. I think this is the most that I ever sold at Estee Lauder was this product. Everyone that came in that tried it loved it, and I can't really say enough about it. I've seen dramatic changes with just this product, so yeah, I let it speak for itself. Following that, I use an eye cream. Again, I use the Advanced Night Repair Serum, or I use the Advanced Night Repair Eye Gel. I love the gel, but I ran out of it, so I've just been using the serum, and it's essentially the same thing. It's just whatever texture you like better, serum versus a gel. Now, I spoke earlier about the rash around my nose, which is so annoying, but anyways, I've tried a million trillion products. Everybody says, like, oh, this'll work, oh, this'll work. The only thing that I've found that slightly helps is this, and I actually don't even really know what it is, but it is called Novascone. It was prescribed to me by my doctor. It is a topical corticosteroid. I don't really like the idea of using a steroid, but it seems to work for my nose. I only use this when my nose does flare up. So for what I do weekly, I used to get a lot of microdermabrasion done in a professional setting, and what that is essentially they take a little machine that helps your skin turn over. So it exfoliates your skin really, really, really well, and it brings the bottom layer of your skin to the top so that new skin and fresh skin comes out, and the dead, old, yucky skin falls off, essentially. And I loved getting it done in a professional setting, but it was ridiculously expensive. I just couldn't afford it anymore, and I had seen a lot of different reviews on the PMD, which was the personal microdermabrasion. And I thought, okay, well, it doesn't seem like it takes a rocket scientist to do this. Why don't I just try doing it at home? So I ended up getting a PMD, and I keep it in my little box in actually Glenn's bathroom because I get a better plug-in in his bathroom so I can reach the mirror closer. But anyways, I'll show you what it looks like. So it looks like this. It has a little cord that you attach to the wall. It's not wireless like the Clarisonic, so you do need to be close to a plug-in to use this. The nice thing about the PMD is it's the exact same results as I had professionally, but I'm able to do it at home, so I don't have to go somewhere else, and I don't have to pay ridiculous amounts every single time to get it done. So this is what it looks like. It has a little on and off button. It's just one speed. The top comes off like this, and this little nib actually comes off too. This one is for just regular skin. There's one for sensitive skin. There is one for like larger body if you want to do your whole body. But essentially it just plugs right on the top, and you put this little bit on top as well. When you turn it on, essentially the little nib in the top spins really fast, as well as it creates a bit of a suction down this. So it suctions your skin over into this spot and you move it quite fast over top of your skin. The main thing is you have to keep it moving. You can't keep it like on one spot. You have to keep it moving. I always do it in an upward motion and I always make sure to pull my skin taut. So you go like this. And you actually have to move a lot faster than you think. And the funny thing with it is that you'll actually feel like it vacuuming to your face. So it goes, and you can hear it like going, sticking to your skin. Just make sure you're moving really fast and you won't have a problem with these. I had a lot of subscribers warn me when I first got this that it could make your skin really irritated if you left it in one spot for too long or you ran over the same spot. Don't do that. It's like with any exfoliating thing, don't go over top of the spot that you already did and make sure that you're moving at a fast pace. Obviously, if you're just doing one spot, it's going to go deeper and deeper into your skin, damaging it. It's not what you want. Getting microdermabrasion and using one of these definitely helps promote cell turnover, and it helps reduce your acne, and it helps make your skin a lot more even toned. So I do really like using this weekly. After using my PMD, I always apply a mask, and I have 3 different masks that I kind of rotate between. One of them is the Queen Helene Mint Juleps mask, and this is really popular. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about it on YouTube. It's just green and it really helps dry, ooh, there's water in it. It really helps dry up like acne and stuff like that. My pants are now soaked, that was disgusting. Okay, if I don't use this one, I like to use, again, the Cactus skincare brand. This one is the white clay mask and assists in repair of sun damaged, dry, acne, or blemished skin. So it's kind of like an all-around helpful product. I really like this. I actually use this often while I'm in the bath. It doesn't have a particular smell or anything to it, but that's what it looks like. If I want something a little bit more soothing or less acne oriented, I use a sheet mask, and I'm totally new to the world of sheet masks, so if you guys have any suggestions, leave it down below for me. But the ones I've been trying are these Skin 79 ones, and they look like this. I have a honey moisture mask sheet, a red ginseng repairing mask sheet, and an aloe fresh mask sheet. So I have also tried one other one, and I don't remember what one it was, but I Instagrammed it, and I've actually really liked them so far. But I know nothing about sheet masks, so if you do have a suggestion on a brand that I should try, let me know, because I'm so keen to try anything. So that is everything that I do for my face. Holy cow, that took forever to get through. Let's move on to what I do for my body. I exfoliate pretty much every single time I'm in the shower, and like I said, I do sometimes self-tan, and I do have a completely separate video on self-tanning. Make sure you check it out. I'll link it down below. If I do self-tan, I really want to make sure that all of my skin is properly exfoliated, and I like to use this. It's the Bache Earth Enzyme Body Exfoliant. The only thing that I dislike about this product, it is really hard to squeeze out of the bottle, but the product itself is fantastic. Essentially, you leave it on your body for like 5 minutes while adding a little bit of water and scrubbing, and your skin feels baby smooth afterwards. If I can even get it out to show you, it's like the enzymes in it react with water, and when you add a little bit of water to it and continually keep scrubbing, it really helps exfoliate the top layer of your skin, and it makes your skin feel fantastic. So I've pretty much used almost the entire bottle of this, but like I said, it is impossible to get it out. You should see me struggling in the shower. After using that, I use a product that I've already showed you guys in a video. It is the Rose Argan Body Conditioner. If you're unaware of how this product works, it's like a hair conditioner but for your body. And it smells heavenly. It's like pink rose. And I've almost used all of it, and I'm kind of sad. I gotta go get some more, so I make sure I don't run out. But I would totally recommend this, especially for wintertime, or especially if you fake tan, because it will help your skin retain the moisture that it needs. When I get out of the shower, I always make sure to moisturize my skin quite soon, because then it can lock the moisture in. What I like to use is Luscious Dream Cream. This stuff smells so good. I don't even know what it is, but it is one of my favorite scents. Your entire body smells delectable. I thought that I just got a little bit on my chin. This is a fantastic product. I don't think that I'd ever go without it. It makes your skin feel so soft and so smooth. The nice thing about it is it doesn't make your skin feel greasy, and when you slip into like a pair of tighter pants afterwards, it's not a problem. Because you know sometimes when you get lotion on and like it feels terrible to put clothes on, this sinks in really fast, so you don't have to worry about that. The other 2 products that I'm going to show you are more specific products. One of them is bio oil. I put these on these scars from my breast augmentation, and I really have been finding that it's been helping. A lot of you had recommended other oils and stuff to try using, so I might try the other ones, but I do like this one for now. And finally, the last product I want to show you is another product that I've already showed you. It is for my cuticles, and it is a Lemony Flutter Cuticle Butter. and this stuff smells great. Again, I think everything from Lush is like the nicest smelling thing in the entire world, but this really helps with cuticles, and I have a major problem with my cuticles. They peel and they crack and they bleed, so this stuff really does help repair that. It's not fixed it completely, but it does soothe and it does help me quite a bit. So that is what I use on my nails pretty much every single night. So this is my ridiculously out of control, way too many products skincare routine, but hey, you know what? It works for me. I'm not saying you need to go out and buy all of these products whatsoever, but I am saying do try some of these individually because they are all awesome products and I would totally recommend every single one to you. If you are interested in trying any of the products that I use, I will link them all down below so they are easy to find for you. I do have a 25% off discount code for the PMD if you are interested in trying that, and I will leave that right beside the PMD link down in the info box. I would love to know what are your holy grail products for skincare down below. Maybe I can add something to this growing monstrous collection of mine. And I hope that if you were looking for some skincare products, this gave you a couple ideas on what to try. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you really soon. Have an awesome day. Bye!